gentlemen, welcome to Peters Township High School Stadium for tonight's Whitfield Quad A Section 2 matchup between the Indians of Peters Township and the Panthers of Upper St. Clair. I'm Rob Mertz. I'll be alone tonight bringing you the action for what is a very interesting rematch here in Section 2. First time around, Peters Township visited Upper St. Clair a couple weeks ago and really put the screws to the Panthers, winning 2-0 in a scoreline that could have been much worse. Pretty much complete domination by the Indians. They had it their way in that game and really dictated how that game was played. We'll see tonight if Upper St. Clair can sort of change the terms of the engagement in this rematch and find a way to play their game. We'll set the starting lineup as the Panthers are decked out in their traveling white uniforms here. Gianni in goal, Snyder, Gilbert, and Kren across the back. You've got Perry, Gibbons, and Mertz in the midfield, Madsen, Rocco, and Burlingame up top for the Panthers. Burlingame on the left side and Madsen on the right side. Here's a header flicked on. Rocco tries to turn at midfield and play through to Madsen. But that play right there is a really good example of what happened in the first game. Always playing in front of their back four, never making their back four turn and run to the end line and defend facing their own goal. And it really made the game easy for Peters Township. They play a very simple kick it and go get it game. And the Panthers played right into that last time around. So we'll see if they can maybe force Peters Township out of their comfort zone here and find a way to impose their will on this game as we'll get back to the action here. As Burlingame gives chase near midfield on the near side, Peters is able to possess. Perry gets in on a tackle but can't win the ball. There's Mertz to play it back to Gibbons. And her ball finds its way through and a ball knocked out. It's a good example of what I'm talking about. The defender was forced to face their end line, had to kick it out of bounds for an easy throw for the Panthers. Here's Perry trying to lay it back to Gibbons, and there's that long ball played by Lavinia up to Stuck. Gilbert there, Stuck trying to shoot. It's a great play by Gilbert to knock that ball away and thwart that breakaway by number 15, Stuck. Really nice play by the freshman Gilbert there. There's a ball by Kren. Not far enough, and it's cleared out of bounds by Peters Township. So another, again, very good example of how Peters will play. As you saw Lavinia get the ball in the midfield. Her first touch was a 40-yard boot down the field, and Stuck was able to run on the end of it. And we've talked a lot about Lavinia in the midfield and Daub also for the Indians. The intensity, the physicality, the work rate that they'll bring to this game. The Panthers just didn't even come close to matching it last time around. We'll see if they are motivated differently tonight. Here's Kren and Mertz on that far side trying to play a give and go, but the ball went out of bounds. Throw coming from Lavinia down the line. Gilbert there to head in towards Gibbons. Ball skips past Mertz and comes to Stuck, who lays it off, turns, tries to get forward. Lavinia on the dribble on the far side. Plays wide and is offsides there by a couple yards. Sorry about that, folks. Had a technical issue there as the camera battery malfunctioned. Had to replace the battery. Looks like a goal kick for the Panthers in their end. Score 0-0 here. 6 minutes gone. 33.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Neither team without a clear-cut chance at this point in time in the game. Certainly not for the Panthers. They haven't bothered the Peters goalie at all yet. Here's a goal kick from Snyder up towards Gibbons. She's run into And the ball's flicked over at midfield. And Peters will get a hold of this and just boom it back up the field. Ball off of Kren's head out of bounds on the far side, so a throw coming for Peters Township. Gibbons. There's a foul there on Kren as she got into the back of Lavinia, I believe it was, on the far side. And Lavinia will take this free kick just inside the midfield line. Kick's taken long, lands at the top of the box. Snyder's there, cleared but not out. Here the ball comes towards Mertz. Lavinia wins it, carries it outside. Mertz still there. Peters with the ball still. Ball's crossed, no one home for the Indians, but they might be able to keep this in on the far side. They are able to. Play it out to the corner of the box now. Ball shot in on Gianni. She saves with a big, puts her hand up and parries that ball onto the crossbar. Good chance there for Peters Township. And here's Mertz clearing up towards Rocco. She can't keep it in on the far side, though, and it'll be a quick restart for Lavinia, throwing it to no one in particular, and they're going to say that that's a Panther throw, not a Peters Township throw. Oh no, they'll say that's a Peters Township throw. I'm not sure what the whistle was for there. Ball thrown down to Daub in that midfield. Handball called on Gibbons. So free kick coming up in a very dangerous spot as Peters, this is what they live for, these set piece opportunities. They'll play an ugly game. Here comes Lavinia up, and she just hits that over everything. They'll play an ugly game, just kick it, run it, put pressure on our back four, draw fouls, draw corner kicks, and try to score off of set pieces. So can the Panthers find a way to reverse the tide in these two matchups so far? Kick taken on the goal kick. Header won by Daub. Second ball comes to Lavinia. Perry there trying to win that ball away from Lavinia, but it comes from Gilbert to Mertz, who tries to play it up the line, goes off of Daub, and now a throw taken in towards Mertz comes to Kren. Mertz turns and lays it back to Gilbert. One pass to Gianni, who clears up towards the center circle. Rocco there giving pressure, and Burlingame will get on it. She's run off the ball, though, and it's knocked out for a Panther throw in front of the Panther bench. Burlingame takes it quick down the line towards Rocco. Can she keep it from going over the end line? She shielded off the ball nicely, and it'll be a goal kick for the Indians. So Lavinia comes all the way back to take the goal kick for the Indians. Hits this one up towards midfield. Perry gets a head on it, but that header goes out of bounds. And a throw in coming right at midfield. Stuck heads it past Mia Snyder. Snyder there, though, to try to slow her down. Stuck getting down towards the end line. Crosses off of Gilbert. Going to be a corner kick coming up for the Indians. So far in this game, it's sort of like a broken record. Same as last game. Peters Township controlling the flow, controlling the pace of this game, and earning themselves opportunities off of set pieces and free kicks. So this corner coming up will be an in-swinger. Ball served in towards Gianni. She's able to paw it away, and it goes out to the far corner. Lavinia there let it go out and take a throw for the Indians. I would imagine they'll be looking to flick this ball on with a header and see if they can get something in the middle of the goal. But Gibbons is there to knock it out. Ball comes past Mertz. It's played right back into the top of the area. Perry volleys now. Here's Snyder on it. Knocks it back to Gianni. And her ball's played out on the near side towards Burlingame, but she's beat to the ball. And here are the Panthers battling again. The Indians get in, and it'll be a throw for the Panthers. El Snyder takes the throw down towards Perry, who volleys up over her head, but Peters will play it right in towards Stuck. Gibbons now touches wide on the far side to Kren, who'll cut inside on the dribble. Tries to play Mertz, pass behind her, but Rocco tries to get on in there. Was able to touch to Madsen on the far side. Maybe Jane's first touch of the game. She goes down the line for Rocco. She'll be able to keep this in. She will not, as it rolls over the inline for a Peters Township goal kick. Call it 27 minutes remaining. No score yet in this one. Ball played up towards midfield. Perry with a nice job to win a header. Mertz flicks one to Rocco. She tries to settle it down. Ball comes through Mertz's legs and just cleared up towards Snyder from Lavinia. She dribbles up towards the center circle. Slips as she tries to play the ball wide for Madsen, and that's knocked out by Peters Township. Pretty ugly affair at this point, and that's the way the Indians like it. Here's Gibbons now, 45 yards from goal, finds Mertz, but the pass just a little too far from her. She'll get back on the ball. Plays it wide for Madsen. Crosses to the middle in towards goal, but it's wide and high of that near post. So a goal kick coming up for the Indians again. Ball played to midfield. Flicked header by Lavinia. Peters Township pressuring Kren on the far side. She's able to turn. Has Madsen wide. Mertz in the center. Landy will come up with it. Turns. Tries to find Perry. Swings it wide on the near side to Burlingame. Had Mertz on a continuing run, but the ball's tackled away from her. Gibbons now. Maintains possession. Plays it back to Snyder at midfield. And she'll go one more over to Gilbert, who dribbles out the other way and finds Kren on the far touchline. Her first touch comes inside. Plays to Mertz. Immediately pressured by Dobb. Mertz plays a ball down to Madsen in the corner of the area now. There's Jane, shoots, and she scores! Jane Madsen off the volley. Nice pass from Landy there to find Jane. And it's 1-0 Panthers. What a great, very deft touch by Jane Madsen there. She just controlled that ball, the pace of that volley, right over the head of the Peters Township keeper, and literally our first shot on goal goes in. So 1-0 Panthers. Maybe that'll give the Panthers a little lift here, a little energy, and it certainly is a good way to start the scoring in this fair with 25 minutes left. Panthers up 1-0. Kren found Landy there, and Landy was able to turn, get her hips turned upfield, and play a ball down towards Madsen in the corner of the box, and she just volleyed that ball very nicely for the goal. Here's pass to Mertz, intercepted, and Lavinia gets on it, has Stuck in front of her, tries to play through, the pass just way too hard, and Gianni will get on this. That's a good example. Peters is not going to skill you to death. They are going to beat you to death. And we will see how things transpire here if the Panthers get a little lift from this goal. Here's Madsen coming back now. Touches near midfield. Tries to turn past Daub. The ball's tackled away from her and volleyed up towards midfield. Gilbert applying pressure. Daub plays over top. Another long ball. Kren's there, trying to turn, and she's able to play Mia Snyder right in the box. Snyder goes long towards Mertz. And Lavinia there. Mertz runs her off the ball. Nice job by Lavinia to get back in it. Turns, plays it wide over the end line. So no harm, no foul there. As the goal kick comes to Mia Snyder. Substitution in the game as Carson Bogan has checked in. Ava Burlingame off for the Panthers. Haley Perry heads one, but Lavinia comes up with it and knocks it down towards the corner. Elle Snyder there is able to play it out, be a Indian throw. Coming up about, call it 20 yards from the end line. Lavinia to take this. Here comes the run up. Throw's taken in towards the corner and volleyed out by Elle Snyder. Another throw coming up in pretty much the identical spot. The run up and the throw from Lavinia in towards the corner of the area. It's headed but not out of the area. Here's Rocco now. She's able to get on the end of it and carry and volley up towards midfield. The ball will stay in as Bogan tries to get there, and Perry comes up and knocks it into the bleachers. So a throw in coming for the Indians. Lavinia heads, Gibbons right back out, and the ball floated in towards the corner of the area. Mia Snyder's able to head one. Here comes Perry. Knocks it into the midfield, and Rocco's applying pressure there. Ball comes back for Mertz to get on it on the dribble. Cuts outside. Lavinia there. Lavinia's able to block that out for a Panther throw. Comes the throw. Past Perry in towards Rocco. Perry gets a hold of it, plays down the line. No one there, though. And Peters will just clear it long up towards Gilbert. She knocks a header down to midfield. And ball off of Lavinia. Snyder now centrally. Volleyed back up. Long ball by Peters. Stuck on it. Kren's able to turn and volley to midfield. Here's Mertz. Flicks a header over. Bogan now knocks it out. Be a throw for the Panthers on the far side. Throw's taken to Bogan. And it comes back to Kren. Rolls out of bounds. Another throw coming for the Panthers. Here's Hujak in the game now. Touches it back to Kren. She cuts inside on the dribble. Finds Gibbons at midfield. Wide near side to Elle Snyder, who comes forward off the dribble. She tries to play long on the far side to Mertz, and the ball is misplayed, but fortunately for the Indians, settles right back down into the feet of one of their defenders, and it goes long over the top again from Lavinia. Ball played out wide. Kren able to keep it in, but she's dispossessed on the far side. Peters plays it again. It'll come back to Gianni, who has time to take a touch and serve it wide on this near side to Snyder, but she won't be able to get to that. And it'll be a throw-in for Peters Township. 19 minutes remaining, 1-0 Panther lead here in the first half. Throw taken. Rocco keeps it in on the volley. Here's Bogan near midfield. She's bumped, Ball runs past the defender. Carson gets on it, has Landy looking through. Tries to play it to her, but just played it behind her. Just need to find that space in front of the runner. Bogan trying to turn. She's dispossessed, and Lavinia comes back all the way to Snyder at Gilbert at midfield. And Gibbons will lay it back into Mia, who just floats one up towards Bogan. Hujak gets a hold of it. Placed down in the corner. Good ball from Maddie. Rocco can keep this in and serves it off of a defender for a Panther corner kick. We'll see if we can recreate some of the magic that occurred the other night against Cannon McMillan when Nikki Gibbons was able to put her head on a corner kick and win the game for the Panthers in overtime. Here comes the first corner of the night for the Panthers. Ball played in near post. It bounces. Ooh, and just cleared out over the line. That was a dangerous. I don't think Landy intended to put the ball there, but it ended up being a very dangerous ball to deal with as it was driven with pace into that near post. Here comes Mertz again with another attempt. Plays the ball high, back post, 6-yard line. Gibbons is there, but Lavinia wins a header. Here's L now. Plays it back down over everyone and out over the end line. So a goal kick coming up for the Indians. Goal kick taken up towards the center circle. Perry there and wins a nice header in towards Bogan. Perry on it again for the seconds. Tries to play a ball through for Rocco, but it's cleared, finds Gibbons. Here's Hujak. Lays it back to Gilbert. Ball played long down into that corner, and Lavinia fouled Gilbert there at midfield. Like a wrecking ball coming through after she had played that ball. And it will be a free kick for the Panthers. Not too dangerous of an area, but Snyder certainly will try to put this in a dangerous spot. So just a couple feet inside the midline. Here's Mia. Lofts one up towards the top of the D. Mertz is there. Can't get a hold of it, and here's Gibbons now. Plays wide to Kren on the far side, just lays it back to Gilbert at midfield. They're able to beat the press and find that pass outside to Kren, who launches one towards the middle. Perry's on it. It comes to Rocco on the far side. She shoots with that right foot. Didn't trouble the goalie too much. It was wide of the near post. And the goalie picks it up, come out and punt it from the top of her area. As Peters looks to get high and get compact and win a header here. Ball bounces once. First touch is by Snyder and just played long, high ball by Lavinia over top. Peters getting on it again. Now Kren has it. Puts it back to Gilbert, who lays it all the way back to Gianni. Plays L. Snyder on this near side. She's immediately pressured. Her pass comes to Hujak. She'll get back up, L does, and play down the line for Perry. She's able to keep it in. To Maddie. Here's Nikki. First touch back to Mia, who'll play it long up towards the midline. And it went out of bounds before Rocco was able to play that ball. Under 15 minutes now, 1-0 Panther lead. Still in the first half. Ball to Hujak. Finds Bogan. Has Landy running through, but just can't play that ball behind the defense. Here's Mertz now. Laying a ball all the way back to Gilbert. She plays one long up towards Bogan. That's cleared out by the Indians. And Lavinia will get on it. She's fouled by Snyder. And a free kick coming up for Peters Township. Here's Lavinia with the free kick. Long one over everyone, and that'll run out of bounds. No trouble for the Panthers there. Be a goal kick for Upper St. Clair. Missing my usual partner, Gavin Williams, tonight. Hope to have him back later in the week. Saturday, October 6th. Panthers are at home. 2:30 p.m. against Baldwin Highlanders. That'll be Youth Day and Breast Cancer Awareness Day. If you can make it out that day, please do. It's Hujak at midfield. Ball skips past her. Gibbons on it now. Looks over from Mertz. Can't get that ball over that back line, though. And Peters comes the other way. Lavinia giving chase with Gilbert down in the corner. And Gilbert's just able to turn outside, knock it off of Lavinia. It'll be a throw for the Panthers. Wide on the near side, the ball's played to El Snyder. Plays it up the line for Rocco. She takes a touch, tries to turn, is able to get the ball away from the Peters defender. It comes to Perry. He just plays a long ball towards the middle, but again, right in front of their back four, an easy clearance for them. The Panthers have to find a way to get the ball over top or through their back line. They just make it so easy for Peters Township when they fail to do that. So a throw on the far side for Peters coming up. And far side, the ball's played out, going to be a foul on Kren, I believe. A free kick right at midfield for Peters Township. Ball played long past everyone and out for a Panther goal kick. Madsen back on for Bogan, so I'm guessing Jane will go up top. Got Landy out on the right now with Hujak in the game in the midfield. Vinya wins a header down to the corner. Gilbert heads it straight up into the air, and Peters gets on it in the corner. Plays a ball into the box, but Snyder's there to clear it up the line. Not completely out, though. Mertz coming way back to try to win a ball. Pressures the pass, though. It is a poor one. Comes right to Gianni. Here comes El Snyder, though. She just took a little too long on the ball there, and passes deflected. Nice job for her to recover, though, and find Rocco, who goes down the line looking for Madsen. She'll be able to keep this in. Mertz trying to get to goal. Here comes Jane on her weaker left foot. Crosses and goal. Almost goes in as the ball flashed across the face of goal. Had the goalie beaten, and Jane certainly wasn't trying to shoot that ball, but it actually almost went in. It was very close. So I like that combination. They're able to get the ball behind their back four. No one's going to beat Jane in a foot race. And she got Landy going to the goal. That's a good combination if we can duplicate that effort of getting the ball in behind them. That's the key. It sounds very simple. It is very simple, but Panthers have not been able to do that on a consistent basis really at all this season, because pretty much all the teams play like Peters plays. And that's a key for the Panthers, putting pressure on other teams' back four by simply putting the ball behind them and not in front of them. Ball out on the near side. It'll be a throw for the Panthers. Madsen takes it quickly down the line to Rocco. Trying to get her shoulders turned. Ball towards the end line. Peters Township players there, and so is Madsen as she holds it in. Tries to find a Panther in the box, but it's cleared up to midfield by Peters. Daub for the Indians just boots it. It finds Lavinia. She turns. Plays it long. Snyder's going to win that foot race easily. Turns it outside. is able to keep it in. Plays back to sister Elle Snyder. She takes a touch in the box. Goes wide on that far side to Kren. Good play there by the Panthers D. Here's Mertz at midfield. Trying to touch back for Madsen, but Jane wasn't there. Jane applying pressure nicely. Here comes Rocco. Has Madsen and Mertz in front of her. She just can't get the ball off her foot, though. And she's engaged in a battle. She does get past this outside back. Has a chance to serve it. She does. Goes past Mertz. Shoots. Scores! Emily Rocco with some really nice work on the near side. The ball had eyes on it. Finds Mertz in the middle, and she slots one home under the goalie for a 2-0 Panther advantage here with 8:20 left in the first half. So again, it's a broken record. We're able to get them defending, running back towards their goal, and good things happen there. Rocco did a really nice job to recover there. She initially lost possession, but did a really good job to win it back and play a dangerous ball. Madsen, I think, had enough presence of mind to dummy that ball and let it run on into the middle of the goal where Landy was pretty much wide open. Did a good job to just slot the ball home. So the Panthers able to do enough right now. You can't say they're controlling this game because they certainly aren't, but they're able to do enough to be up 2-0, and they're certainly exposing the weaknesses in the Peters Township defense, which are, if you put it in behind their back four, they can't deal with it. If you play in front of them, they'll deal with it all day long. There's Rocco, heads a ball to Hujak in the middle. Gibbons finds Rocco again. Here's Mertz trying to turn inside. She's tripped, but no call given, and the ball's played up to midfield, right to Gibbons, who knocks it down for Hujak. Heavy touch comes to Daub. Maddie does a good job to recover. Ball headed in. Right into the middle of the field by Gibbons. And here's Kren on the far side. Touch pass for Hujak, but it's knocked out by Daub for a Panther throw. So 2-0 lead here. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Panthers find themselves in a very good spot. Again, Panthers pressure forces a bad pass by the Indians, and it'll be a throw for the Panthers on the far side. Here's Gibbons. Knocks it back to Snyder. Ball under Perry's foot, but Rocco is there to keep it in. Here comes Elle Snyder. Regan Lavinia comes back to win a ball away from Gibbons. And the Panthers are chasing now. Here comes Lavinia. Heavy touch, though, and Snyder will say thank you very much. Play the ball wide on the far side. Mertz heads a ball down the line, but that's going to run out with 6 minutes remaining. Ball played out by Peters off of their throw, and Panthers will get a chance as Kren will handle the duties here. She throws it short into Madsen, who turns and wheels it square across the field. Here come the Indians. Daub carries over midfield, pressured by Gibbons. Tries to play through, but the pass just not hard enough. Kren picks that up easily. Nice turn there by Gibbons, but Daub will challenge back and win a ball. Now it comes back to Nikki. Good battle over there, both those girls. Daub plays towards Lavinia. Now to Daub down the corner, and her cross is cleared out by Snyder. Hujak on the ball now. Volleys up towards the center circle. Madsen giving chase. Heavy touch by Peters. Comes past Hujak, and Panthers can't get a hold of it. Here's Gibbons now. Turns and tries to dribble. She's dispossessed. Panthers under a little pressure right now. Hujak does well to come back and delay, allowing Gibbons some time to get back into position. Here's Elle Snyder on the near side. Turning, winning a one-on-one battle and playing up towards midfield. Madsen, can she get there? The ball's played long down towards the corner. Going to run out over the end line for a Panther goal kick. With 4:20 remaining first half, 2-0 Panther lead. Snyder takes that kick. Flicked on nicely by Gibbons. Mertz tries to turn outside on the near side. Lays it back to Kren. Finds Gibbons right in the center circle. Passes wide to Snyder, comes forward on this near side. Touch pass to Gibbons, or to Perry. Outside to Rocco. Panthers with something going here. Rocco crosses. There's Mertz going to go over her head as she had run into mid-goal. And it'll roll out for a Indian throw on the far side. Be really nice for the Panthers to maintain this 2-goal lead, at least heading into halftime. Be nice to add another one too, but don't want to give up a late goal to Peters here and give them a lot of life heading into the second half. Long throw by Lavinia down the line, comes past Gilbert in towards Mia Snyder. She volleys and the ball comes to Gibbons. Trying to play over, can't do it. Again, the ball has to go beyond the back four. Here's Hujak, has a chance to settle it down, plays down for Madsen in the area, right at the end, shoots! The goalie has to make a save at the near post, goes out for a corner kick. Good ball there for Maddie as she was able to find Jane in the channel. Jane took a touch, turned her hips towards goal, and got a shot off. Like how Jane's playing the last couple games, just really trying to keep things simple. Keep the ball in front of her, use her pace. When you got a chance to put it on goal, put it on goal. Here comes Mertz with the corner kick for the Panthers. Gibbons running in from this far side. There's the service, 6-yard box. Lavinia there for the Indians. Settled down by Snyder, but a heavy touch will get cleared out on the near side. Right in front of the Panthers bench should be an Upper St. Clair throw, as the clock winds down to 2 minutes in the first half. Perry will take this throw. Takes it short to Madsen, turns inside. Lays it back to Hujak. Has Mertz on the far side. The pass is right into the back. Poor touch comes to Mertz. She'll try to get down to the end line. Shoots that ball across. Oh, Rocco was there charging that back post as that ball went right past the back post. Very dangerous cross. Good job there by Landy to win that second ball off the defender. Take a touch past her, get into the area, and create some havoc for the Panthers. Goal kick taken right to the edge of the center circle. Bounces up to midfield. There's Lavinia trying to turn. She gets past Gilbert. Gibbons giving chase. Plays the ball wide in that far corner and continues her run, does Lavinia. Watch out here for the Panthers. Ball's crossed in. Gilbert plays. Nice job as she was at the near post there and was able to knock that ball down before it got in on the goal. Hujak giving chase at midfield, forcing Peters back. Now they'll go up the line. Easy ball for Snyder to control on the dribble. She plays wide for her sister, Elle, at midfield. Down the line for Rocco. One touch pass to Haley inside. And Peters comes back up with it as Lavinia and Gibbons collide. And with 27 seconds, they are going to throw the kitchen sink in here. We anticipate this ball to be on net and in a dangerous spot with 10 seconds remaining. Clock ticking down. Ball's played long. Here's Gianni. Lets it roll out over the end line. The first half will end. Panthers leading 2-0. We are back for second half action here at Peters Township. Upper St. Clair leads 2-0 heading into the second 40 minutes of play in this Whitfield Quad A Section 2 match. So 2-0, and the Panthers are going to have to weather the storm. We always talk about it a lot with Gavin. This is the worst lead you can have in soccer. You're playing maybe a little comfortably with the lead. The other team gets one goal. They got all the momentum. And you will see Peters Township with a renewed vigor, I'm sure, and a renewed ball-winning spirit. As here they come forward. Gilbert outside. Gianni way off her line is able to grab that one. Very nice play by Jules to come all the way out to the top corner of her box. As you can see right now, Peters Township really hustling after every ball and really wanting to get after this game right now. And the Panthers, frankly, can use that to their advantage, as Peters Township certainly is going to over-pursue balls and probably get a little bit out of shape defensively as they pursue this game very aggressively. So the Panthers need to collect errant passes and quickly move to get the ball in behind their back four. Goals in this game from Madsen and Mertz. Here's one played short. Nice pass by Kren to Mertz. She turns past one. Nice little move. Chips the ball up into the box. Not sure who she was looking for there. Definitely too hard for Madsen, so it'll be a goalie punt from the top of the area. Punt right in towards midfield. Nice header won there by Gibbons. Mertz gets a hold of it. Plays it back for Snyder on the far side. And she looks forward for Rocco, who's playing right in front of the Indians bench right now. Peters back on the ball. Here's Lavinia turning, wheeling, trying to play upfield, but that pass blocked by Rocco, and it goes out for an Indian throw. Header flicked on by Lavinia at midfield. Snyder now. Here's Madsen. Can't get on that ball, and Peters Township will lay it back to certainly go forward long. They do. Ball misplayed by Daub, but it gets into Gibbons. Now she loses it on the dribble. Daub looking for Stuck. Stuck in the area now. Gilbert, ball's crossed, and thankfully crossed at a very poor angle. Rather than going across in front of goal, it was angled back, and Gibbons was able to clear it out over the far touchline. Lavinia will come up for a throw-in. Plenty of time left in this one for anything to happen. I don't think the Panthers are going to get complacent, but they are going to have to weather the storm here. Long throw taken, header flicked on by Peters, and it goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, the Panthers just have to keep things simple as they did really in the first half. Work the flanks. Both goals came from the flanks as they were able to get in behind and cross balls into the middle of the field. And Madsen's goal coming off of the flank as she took one down the line from Landy and volleyed nicely for her goal. Here's Landy at midfield with the ball. Plays a pass on the ground to Burlingame, continues her run. She plays down for Madsen towards the corner of the area. Jane gets on it, cuts inside on that left foot, touches a little too far, and it comes to Gilbert at midfield. She lays a ball down for Kren, who just plays it back into Gilbert just to get rid of this quickly, and Snyder just bombs one up to relieve pressure, and Jane's going to get called for offside. She was over and back in an offsides position when the ball was played, had gotten back onside by the time the ball landed, but that's an offside call, so free kick coming for the Indians. Played over midfield. Gibbons heads towards Burlingame. Ball comes to Perry, though, and she volleys wide for Burlingame again. Can she keep it in? She does. Plays up the line for Perry, but that ball's out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Indians. Ball thrown high. Daub is there. Here comes Mertz, gets on the end of it. Is able to turn. Lays it back to Kren. Nicely for Snyder. She turns very deftly, and now we'll play the ball back to Gianni to relieve some pressure. She has time to take a touch. Plays it near side for Gilbert. Watch out here. Oh, she very luckily gets it to Kren, who plays Gibbons in the middle of the field. Lavinia running onto her. Gibbons puts a ball through. Perry now applying pressure at the top of the box. Ball comes off of Perry, and it's going to be a Peters Township throw. That was a good ball there from Nikki. Is she able to find that seam and get a ball into the top of the box? Perry wins a header, out of bounds though, and another throw coming for the Indians. Dobb flicks a header on. Perry gets onto it. Kren now. Her pass is won by Peters, comes up to Stuck at midfield. And here's Lavinia. Mertz trying to get there. Can't do it. Lavinia plays down towards Snyder. Gianni in her goal. Mia trying to see this one out over the end line. Does a really nice job, does Mia, to shield that ball and go out for a goal kick for the Panthers. 34 minutes remaining in this one. Panthers holding on to a 2-0 lead. Goals by Madsen and Mertz in the first half. The run-up by Snyder. Kicked long to Gibbons, but Peters will get a hold of it. Try to play down the line. Here's Dobb on it. Mertz there, forces a bad pass. Comes right back to Dobb, though. And all the way over to the far side where Rocco just plays one up for Madsen. Again, though, in front of the back four, and here comes Mertz now on the dribble. Plays wide for Burlingame, goes to overlap. Here's a ball down the line. Mertz is there. And they're going to say that was out. Just not quite the right combination. I don't think that ball actually went all the way over the line, but throw nonetheless for the Indians. Burlingame heads it. Mertz at the top of the box. Cuts back inside on her left foot. Finds Gibbons, or tries to find Gibbons of the pass. And here's L. Snyder now. Far side for Rocco. Trying to get to the end line. Good defending there, and it's knocked out for a throw-in for the Panthers on the far side. Madsen trying to turn and volley into the corner of the area. Jane's still on the ball outside the area, plays one square, runs past Dobb. And Landy was a little surprised for that, ran past her too. Gilbert now wide for Kren. Making Peters chase here up top are the Panthers. Snyder, ball tackled away from her, and it comes to Gilbert. She clears out over the near touch line for an Indian throw. 32 minutes remaining. That clock will seem to tick very slowly for the Panthers as things continue here. So a run by Dobb down into the corner. She's able to get on the end of this throw. Looks for the overlap. Gilbert's there. It's knocked off of her. Corner kick coming up. Dangerous situation for the Indians. I'll certainly be looking to get Lavinia on the end of this service. Here comes the run up on the kick. The kick is taken. Back post. Lavinia's there, heads it, and it's cleared off the line by Perry. Free header by, I believe it was Lavinia anyway. Rocco on the far side. Ball cleared, comes towards Madsen, and ball headed down now by L. Snyder. Played in towards Stuck at the top of the area. Or I'm sorry, maybe 30 yards out. Stuck trying to shield. She can't do it though. Rocco plays to Madsen. She's immediately converged upon. The ball comes back to Mia Snyder. Wide to Kren on the near side. Panthers would be well advised at this point with as high line as Peters has just to get the ball in over top and get some momentum going the other way. Here's a ball to Snyder. Intercepts that through pass. Oh, but the ball comes off of her foot on the dribble, and Dobb will get it at midfield. She carries forward, plays a ball down to the channel. Lavinia's there. L. Snyder's there. Lavinia down to the corner, tries to wheel and cross it. And somehow that ball went in from the end line. It goes in the back post. Unbelievably lucky goal for the Indians, but they make it 2-1, and it's game on now. So again, I think the Panthers may be making things a little too difficult on themselves. Just need to go ahead and play this ball in long in behind their back four and see what can happen here. We're trying to play it through the back a little too much. That ball turned over, and they end up getting what is a very lucky goal. However, I've said it before, you can't question Lavinia's work rate and her work ethic. She certainly brings that every time I've seen her play. So there's a foul here on the Panthers, the near side. Kren will take this free kick. Floated up into the D, far side. Gibbons there. Knocks it down for Rocco. She plays a ball into the area. There's Madsen, but it's volleyed out by Peters. And Snyder gets a hold of it. Give and go with Mertz. Kren wins the ball in towards the corner of the area. Shoots from distance right in on the goalie, and she's able to knock it down and grab hold of that ball before Madsen gets there. Yeah, Peters just playing a very high pressure, high up the field game right now, trying to get back into it, which they've done. They got their goal. And the Panthers are going to really have to withstand the pressure now. 2-1 with 28:50 remaining. Snyder there. Dobb in the far corner, and it'll be a goal kick for the Panthers. So they find themselves at 2-1 to the Panthers now. Really haven't played poorly this half. The goal was as freakish as you will ever see. Literally played from on the end line in the corner, what should have been an outswinging kick. Here comes Mertz at midfield. Ends up in the back post. Cuts past two on the dribble. Shoots with that right foot from distance. It's wide of the back post, though, as Landy from a considerable distance out. And it will be a goal kick for the Indians. Trying to not have, looks like they don't want Lavinia taking these goal kicks. They want her higher up the field to win some headers, flick balls on. Certainly be looking for her head. I don't know what Nikki could have done there. Yes, that's definitely a St. Clair kick because Lavinia was backing up into Gibbons. Nikki went straight up. So a free kick coming from Mia Snyder. Ball played in towards the goal. Lavinia wins a header out. Mertz giving chase. Plays it near side for Kren right at midfield. She turns. Wheels the ball up towards Madsen. She's able to get onto it. Passes wide for Rocco. She can't win a tackle, though, and it's cleared up the line by Peters Township. El Schneider will get on it, but it was whistled for a handball off of the Peters player. So a free kick coming from about 10 yards closer than the last one. Mia will handle the duties here again. See if the Panthers can find a way to get on the end of this. There's the ball served. 6-yard box. Goalie's there. Lavinia's there. It's headed out. Mertz comes. Cuts past one. Can't win on the dribble, though, and Gilbert plays a high ball that's going to stay in on this near side. Burlingame out here. She turns. Wheels towards the box. Cleared out and over the touchline for a Panther throw. Looks like Hujak going to check in the game. Ava Burlingame off, so maybe they'll be sliding Landy outside again. Here's Kren with the throw. Into Madsen in the box. Turns, chops the ball in off the volley. Lavinia will clear it to no one up over midfield. Panthers should have time to collect this. Here's Gilbert. To Kren on the near side over midfield. She cuts inside off the dribble. Finds Mertz. Tries to play it in over top off of one defender. Looks through for Gibbons' run at the top of the box and just can't quite. There's a nice run from Nikki there to get forward. Pass just a little too far for her. And it ends up going off of it, deflecting off of Nikki for a goal kick. Under 25 minutes remaining now. 2-1 Panther lead. Ball driven up towards Hujak. She wins a header. Comes to Haley Perry. Looks in over top for Madsen. Here comes Mertz now. Has a first touch. She's going to touch into the box. Dribble down towards the end line. She's dispossessed, though. And here comes Gilbert. Knocks a header down to Hujak. And Snyder will get a hold of this to Kren near side. To Hujak. Pressured immediately. She's able to keep possession, though, and find Gilbert, who floats the ball down and out of bounds on the near side for a Peters throw. Dave Gray arguing that the referee stopped that ball before it went out of bounds on the field of play, which I actually agree with him. He absolutely did. But he'll have none of it, and it'll be a free kick for Peters Township. Snyder tries to volley. Gibbons wins a header. Up again, though. Here's Perry, and Kren gets a hold of it to turn to Mertz at midfield. Cuts inside, a dribble. Has Rocco on the far side. Cuts back outside. Finds Kren, who came forward. Touches a heavy one, though, and gets behind her and cleared off of her eventually for a Peters Township throw. No, you're good. This isn't quite professional. So a throw-in coming for the Indians here. 23 minutes remaining. And they're going to make Regan back up 5 or 10 yards. There are 2 balls on the field. Panthers happy to have this little delay. Throw taken up towards midfield. Cleared down to Mertz. She settles, tries to dribble inside. Dispossessed by Stuck. Here comes Landy again. And Lavinia will clear it long onto that far side. Gianni should be able to come out to the top of the box and grab this. And she does. Telling her players to get up and in. She's going to go ahead and punt this ball. Good punt over midfield. Lavinia's there. Wins a header wide, and it goes off of Snyder on the far side for a Indian throw. Ball flicked on a header down towards the corner. Mia Snyder gets a hold of it. Clears it up the line. Comes to Lavinia. She's dispossessed off the dribble, and it's cleared out on the far side for an Indian throw. 21 and a half minutes remaining. 2-1 the Panthers lead. Lavinia with the throw. It'll be a long one. In towards the near post, headed out by Snyder. Mertz at the top of the box. And she's going to get called, I believe, the Indian player for a handball, as Landy was able to get in the way and clear that ball out. So free kick coming up for the Panthers right from the top of the D, about 22 yards from the end line. Mia Snyder to handle the duties. Plays one up towards midfield. Hujak is there and comes out to the far side to Rocco. Played off of a Peters player. And the throw is taken quickly to Jane. She tries to play it to Landy in midfield, but ball runs past her. And here comes Hujak. She's knocked down at midfield, and it'll be a free kick for the Panthers right inside the center circle. And if yellow card coming for Lavinia, Panthers will be happy to get her off the field for 5 minutes. So with 20 minutes remaining, she'll be gone until the 15-minute mark. Actually, the clock precisely has 20:05 on it, so Lavinia not eligible to get back in this game till 15:05. And that was definitely caused not by the foul, but by the descent after the foul. So a free kick right at midfield. Snyder here to handle this for the Panthers. Plenty of room to play short, but has her sister Elle on the far side. Could play that way and just get the ball back and take some yardage here, but she goes long in towards the penalty spot. Ball put up in the air off a Gibbons header. Now it's past Hujak to Gilbert. Goes wide in that far corner. Perry giving chase. I don't think she'll be able to get there, though. She isn't able to, and it'll be a goal kick for the Indians. Here comes the run up on the kick, and the kick is a good one. Comes past Mertz, over Gibbons, and Stuck is there for Peters. Tries to turn. Mertz gets a hold of it off the dribble at midfield. Has Rocco wide. Plays to her down in the channel. Here comes Madsen. Ball knocked up the line and out. Be a Panther throw. And Coach Vereb of the Indians will get a yellow card for dissent. Net result is a Panther throw on the far side. Looks like L. Snyder on this one. Ball headed up and out. Another throw coming for the Panthers. Throw's taken to Mertz at the corner of the area. Oh, nice little spin turn from Landy. She crosses. Top of the box is Hujak. The ball skips past her. Here's Kren now, 30 yards out. Shoots from distance. The goalie's there. Balls. She spills that initial save. It comes to Madsen, but the goalie's able to get back on her own rebound. Great play by Landy there to turn in the corner and get the ball back. And then Kren hit a good shot in a very dangerous spot. Gibbons was there. Madsen was there. They just could not apply the finishing touch. Here's the Panthers now getting numbers around the ball. Gilbert misplays a volley. Comes all the way back to Kren. Oh, she turns dangerously past Stuck. Finds Gibbons. Tries to turn. Does, and launches a ball up over top. Couldn't get it in behind those back four, though, and they'll head it out of bounds. Kren takes a throw quickly to Mertz. Ball bounces up on her. Knocks it back to Kren. Now over top into the area. This is a good ball. Haley looking down to get down to the line. Ball's volleyed out, and it ends up going over the touchline. It'll be a Indian throw, as it must have deflected off of Haley, off of the volley. Throw's taken up the line. Mertz heads it to Kren, who just knocks it back up in the air. Indians will head it up towards Stuck. Gibbons should be able to get a hold of this, and does. Tries to turn. She's pressured, now establishes control off the dribble. Looks through. Nice idea, just couldn't find the gap. Deflection comes to Snyder on the far side. Finds Hujak on the dribble now. Cuts inside, has Mertz now. Trying to get past one. She does, right foot, shoots, and just over everything. 16:50 remaining. 2-1 Panther lead. Here comes the run up on the goal kick for the Indians. Kick's taken. Snyder now up over top. But the ball's cleared out in near Madsen. But comes and L. Snyder will take the throw on the far side. There's Madsen again. Ball skips past her. Cleared up towards midfield. Hujak with a header. Second ball comes to Peters. They play it wide on that far side. In towards Stuck, who just lays it off. Mertz, good job coming back to win that ball. Here's Kren, plays Mertz, who comes forward at midfield, cuts past one on the dribble. Here comes Landy, heading into the back four. No one wide on this side. Here comes Kren forward. Can she keep it in? She will not be able to. Landy's pass was just a little too hard and far. Good idea. Marissa was trying to give an option wide there for Landy. Here comes a throw up the line from Peters. Daub comes over. The ball's over her head, and Perry wins it. Volleyed up to midfield. Gibbons now. Here's Mertz. Cuts outside. Heavy touch, though, and it comes right back to Kren. She'll try to look up the line, and knocked out, be a Panther throw. 15 minutes. Lavinia will be coming in at the next opportunity, I'm sure. Throw taken. Here's Mertz. Pressured immediately. He's able to turn away from that pressure and find Snyder right in the middle of the center circle. She dribbles forward. Finds Kren with a square ball on the near side. Here's Mertz now. Turns back. Hujak. Wide to Snyder on the far side. Up the line for Rocco, and she plays it out. Going to be a Panther throw. So they're able to keep Lavinia off the field for a little bit extra time here. Hujak now wide for Snyder. To sister Mia. All the way across the field to Kren right at midfield. Wide to Perry. She can't get turned, though, and Gilbert will look up the line. Ball skips past Madsen and all the way back into the top of the area where the goalie's out to grab it. Ball punted into the center circle. Hujak there battling. Daub for the Indians, just plays it high in the air. Comes back in towards Gilbert. Up towards Madsen, ball skips past her and into the back four of the Indians. They look down the line and played all the way down to the channel. Snyder is there, Stuck giving chase. She's going to try to see this out over the end line, and it gets knocked by the Indians, so a goal kick coming up for Upper St. Clair. And they'll be able to make that important substitution and get Regan Lavinia back in the game with 13 minutes remaining. 2-1 Panther lead. Panthers have not done much to trouble the Indian goal this half. A couple decent forays, but no real clear-cut opportunities. Here's a header one off the goal kick by Mertz, flicked on, but comes to Hujak now towards midfield, and Gibbons will be able to settle it down. Finds Mertz on the dribble coming outside. Nice hesitation move. Has Perry down at the corner of the area. Looks that way. Ball comes back to Landy, and she's able to play it to Kren. Perry now gets called for a foul. Free kick coming for the Indians. Ball played long up over midfield, over Lavinia's head. Gilbert gets a head to it, knocks it straight up in the air. Here's Kren. Tackled, but off of her, it'll be a throw for the Indians. So Lavinia over to take this throw. She'll launch it into the box. falls nicely to Stuck's feet, who just plays it up in the air. Ball headed by the Indians out of the area. Mertz giving chase. Gibbons over there. And it knocks off of a Peters player for a Panther throw. With 11:20 remaining, Panthers holding on to a 2-1 lead here. Rocco trying to find Mertz, but her pass is just too hard, and the Indians get a hold of it. Madsen back defending. Here's Lavinia. Can't turn because Gibbons is there. Plays square at midfield. Good pressure by the Panthers. And Perry comes forward. Kren defending on this near side. Does a good job to run a player off the ball and looks forward for Madsen. She tries to turn. Has Mertz on the near side, but she's dispossessed as Madsen, and the Indians will come out on the far side. Ball off of Rocco right at midfield. Throw for the Indians. Here's Gibbons now. Knocks it out over the far touchline. Throw coming for the Indians. They take it quickly down towards the end line. Gilbert's there. Stuck's there. Ball cross for Gianni. She can't get to it, but it rolls out the other side. It's a quick restart by the Indians, and the Panthers just weren't ready. So a throw taken by the Panthers. Gilbert knocks it down, plays it up towards Mertz. She's able to bring it down and cut in past Daub on the dribble. Landy still with the ball, lays it back to Gilbert, who plays it up to midfield. Easily handled by the Indians' D. Ooh, ball played dangerously back. Rocco able to pressure here. And off of her for a Indian goal kick. Be substitution here for the Indians as the clock ticks down to 9 minutes remaining. 2-1 Panther lead. Only goal of this half was by Peters Township to cut the Panthers' advantage in half. Mertz wins a nice header off the goal kick, and the ball comes to Perry. She settles down, had Mertz and Madsen in front of her. Looks for Mertz, top of the area. She's trying to get a hold of it. She can off the dribble. Here comes Daub. Plays it wide on this near side, up over the midline. Gilbert there defending. Stuck gets past her. Into the area now is Stuck. Tries to pass the ball, and it goes off of Gilbert and or Mia Snyder, who both did a good job to come over and disrupt that run by Stuck. Here comes Lavinia, all the way back at midfield. Trying to turn past Gibbons. Wheels the ball up towards Mia Snyder. Plays it high on the far side. Goes out for an Indian throw right in front of their bench. With 8 minutes remaining now. Here's Mertz at midfield. Lays the ball back to Hujak. And she just clears it out on the far side, maybe looking for Rocco, but not able to connect there. Throw's taken down the line. Flicked on by Lavinia, but Mia Snyder's right there to clean it up. Jane Madsen. Got to have the feeling that Jane's going to get loose here sooner or later. Here comes Mertz off the dribble. Cuts inside now. No, back outside. Right on the line is Landy. And she's happy to let that run over the line for a Panther throw. They can take their time with this one. Haley Perry over to throw this ball. She'll lay it back to Kren. Serves it mid-goal. Header clearance comes to Hujak, who shoots it high into the box. This might stay in. If Madsen can get over there, she does, but she's saddled off the ball there by the Peters Township defender. And the free kick, or I'm sorry, the goal kick will be coming up for Peters Township. Ball played short over Lavinia's head, and Hujak just pounds it back down, but right in front of their back four again, and they're able to just play it right back up into our end. So a free kick, or I'm sorry, a throw-in coming on the far side. Lavinia there, 6.5 minutes left. Header won by Schneider. Comes to Rocco, clears up towards Madsen on the far side of midfield. It's kept in, played out on the far side by Lavinia. So substitution coming as Burlingame in the game for Rocco. Would think that Coach Gray would have a couple more substitutions rolling here as the clock winds down. Throw taken short towards Gibbons. She tries to wheel up on a volley, overhead volley, but can't quite do it. Here are the Indians on the far side, cutting inside on the dribble. Mia Schneider there. She fouls, and there's going to be a free kick and a really, really dangerous spot coming up for the Indians. This is where their bread is buttered. Situations just like this. Lavinia will look to put this on frame, and they will get bodies in front of goal as quickly as possible. She'll do everything she can to keep this ball under the bar. Here comes Lavinia on the run-up. She hits it well, and it just goes over everything. Could not keep it down in the end. And it hit the football crossbar. So that's out for a goal kick. Under 5 minutes now, 2-1 Panther lead. I still feel like the Panthers are going to get one more chance to put a ball in the net here. Here's Mertz. Wide for Kren. Can play up the line. Cuts inside now. Her pass is off the mark, comes right to Lavinia. This is what the Panthers can't do. They must get the ball deep. Makes Peters go 120 yards. Ball played in towards Gianni. Headed out very nicely by Gilbert as the turnover at midfield nearly cost the Panthers dearly there. And in fact, that play lingers on through this corner kick. So dangerous situation here for the Panthers. The run up, the kick out that backside, not cleared yet, on the ground in the box. Here comes Mertz all the way back, takes it out the far side. She's on the dribble. Landy at full stretch. Coming now towards midfield is Landy. Still using her speed. A heavy touch though, and a slide tackled away from her. Ball up towards midfield. Here comes Stuck. She turns, but Hujak's there. Wins a ball nicely. Has Madsen now. Does Burlingame. Just plays it too far and too hard for her. .310 remaining, 2-1 Panther lead. Nice job by Gibbons on Lavinia there. And the ball's played up towards Madsen again. Can she get a hold of it? She does. Plays towards Mertz on this near side. Oh, pressuring hard, but the defender was just able to clear it out wide. Here comes Perry now. Mertz has the ball again, 30 yards out on that right foot. Plays it to Perry, down towards the end line. She's going to take it to the corner, but just knocks it off, and she meant to hold that ball underneath her foot and just knocked it out of bounds. So a throw coming as someone got a yellow card. Maybe Haley. I think Haley said something, maybe not to the ref, but so Perry will have to sit the remainder of the regulation time here. I'm hoping it doesn't go to overtime. Rocco back in the game. Burlingame slides over to the near side. There's 2 minutes, 28 seconds left. 2-1 Panther lead. Ball deep for a throw. Indian throw deep in their own end. Just a yard off the end line. Here's Daub. Mertz there trying to not let her turn. It's knocked out for a Panther throw. Kren throws back to Hujak. Immediately pressured. There's a second ball on the field, so Panthers will get to rethrow. Two minutes, 12 seconds left. Drop ball as there was a second ball on the field. Here comes Mertz at midfield. Lavinia there. And a ball played long by Snyder. In towards Madsen. And out on the far side. Looks like it's going to be a Panther throw right at midfield with 1:49 remaining. 2-1 Panther lead. They're holding on here. Mertz is limping. They let a collision. Oh, ball played by Kren right to Daub. Here's Kren on the near side trying to defend. Going to try to keep it in. Mertz is able to do so. And a ball played down towards the end line. This should go out for a goal kick. 1:10 remaining in this game. Panthers holding on to a 2-1 advantage. Looking to exact a little revenge from the beatdown they experienced earlier in the year. But there's still work to be done here as Lavinia wins a big header in towards the top of the D. Gilbert there. L. Snyder on the far side. Can she see it out? Off of Peters Township player, going to be a Panther throw. 40 seconds remaining. Panthers need all hands on deck. Ball played long and out over everything. Just no control there. And that should come very close to doing it for the Panthers. If they're smart, they'll milk a little more time on this goal kick. 19 seconds remaining now. Snyder needs to just kick this out of bounds. She boots it up the middle of the field. There's Daub. Comes to Mertz. Here's Burlingame. Can she find it? 6 seconds left now. It's going to do it. Panthers are going to win this one. A big statement game for them. And we will see you next time around. Panthers win 2-1.